Okay, let us discuss on the tax part. So in India, we are calculating GST. Okay, we'll see what are the configure settings required for tax calculation. So under financial accounting, under global settings, under tax on sales and purchases. So basically, so when you are doing purchases, we calculate the input tax. When you are doing sales, we calculate the output tax. So we'll understand the tax component in SAP, how it calculates the tax part. So here under financial accounting, under global settings, under that tax on sales and purchases, basic settings, calculation procedure. So let us see the transaction codes also here. Okay, so we'll go back to the our sheet once, configuration sheet. So you can get it. So here row number 512 we have GST. Okay, so these are the different configuration settings that we need to do it in system. So condition types. Look at here. First, we need to define condition types. So in condition types, we need to define SAP has already provided MWVS input tax. Okay, under access sequence. Under that, we need to copy all these. Basically, we copy MWVS and we give the identification for all the three input tax condition types. So let us create it. MWVS is your identification. So what is the T code here? T code is OBQ1. So we don't see here. Calculation procedures. Here we have this one. Condition types. Define condition types. So this one, if you look at here, system gives this one. This is OBQ1 transaction. Okay. So go to the position MWVS. This is input tax. SAP provided condition type. Copy this one. Click on this one. You can give your own identifications. Okay. So our company code is N, right? So what I'll do? Um, NCGS. Okay. So this is for Nike CGS, Central CGS, GST. Okay, Central GST. So don't change any other parameters. Keep it as it is. Okay. Click on copy. So just make sure that your your relevant we copied from MWVS and your access sequence is MWST tax classification. Okay. So one entry has been copied. I'll copy the same thing for others also like SGS and IGS also. SGS and IGS also. So we copied three entries. What are the three entries we copied? One is a central, one is a state. Here it is there. CGS, SGS, and IGST. I think we have not changed the description. Huh? This one? No, no, that's correct only. CIS. This is correct. Click on save. Click on own request. Control F. Ours is Nike company code. Click on Nike group. So I want to just save all the settings under Nike. Click on continue. So what we have done, we copied MWVS input tax condition type and we copied to the NCGS, NIGS, NS, basically CGS, CGS and IGST. So for three condition types we have created. Same way we need to create three, these are the input tax. We need to get output tax also. Come back under same condition types only. We'll create it position MWAS which is output tax. It was MWVS was input tax, AS is output tax. Copy the same thing. So here also MWST tax classification. Again here we need to assign our relevant condition types. And So this is output, right? So what we'll do, NICG, okay. Instead of I, we'll put it as O so that we can identify NOCG, which is output tax, okay. Press enter, output tax for N Nike CGST. The same thing I want to copy it for SG. This is for SGST, output tax. Click on copy, and I want to copy one more as IGST. Copy. So we copied three output taxes. Where is another one? Three output tax. Okay. NO, NO, CGS, NOCG, NOIG, and NOSG. Click on save. Continue. So we created total six condition types. Okay. So if you look at here in our Excel sheet, we copied from MWVS and copied for all the three input tax condition types. Now MWS output tax code we copied and we created three condition types for three GST categories: CGST, SGST, IGST. But we had given the different identification names. But we'll see. This is a first setting condition types. Next, what is the next step here? GL master data. Now system will definitely will expect some configurations here, right? So we need to identify each condition type, each one for each condition type, we need one GL account. Okay, so if you look at here, CGST, SGST, IGST, we need tax accounts. ఒక్క నిమిషం. Someone is knocking on my door. So, um, so let us create GL accounts here. /o fs00. So this is not our company code. Go back to the Nike company code. So CGST, SGST. So let us create input tax. So input tax we are paying to the vendor, right? At the time of purchase transactions, we are making payment to the supplier. So it's input for us. So we are creating input tax accounts under assets. Let us create assets here some accounts for the input tax. What should be the next account? 1009, and our company code is Nike. Press enter. Click here. It's a balance sheet account, and account group belongs to assets. This is your CGST, okay, SGST, control data. Basically CGST tax and SGST tax. You can create here short key as a normal 001 and create bank interest G001. It's a normal basic input tax creation. Okay. We want to mention here CGST input tax. Sorry, this is something wrong here. CGST input tax. This is also input tax. This is clear. Okay, click on save. So yep, that is fine. So this consider the same ninth account, copy, just change the number here, 10th. So we'll create the same thing but with the SGST input tax, SGST input tax code. Control data. If you want, you can do this one. It's not necessary. Short key and create bank enter same. Click on save. So basically we are creating input tax GL accounts. Copy one more account for IGST. Click on save because all other parameters are same. Now we need to create output tax. So we are receiving amount from the customers. So while receiving the amount, it is also contain output tax amount, right? So what we'll do, we'll create under liabilities. So 2004 is the next account. Create 2005. Continue. So this is balance sheet account. This is under liabilities. This is again what is the account? CGST, but this is output account. Copy, paste it, control data. So balance is currency, sort key, create bank interest, field status group, click on save. So 001, this is fine. Now what I'll do, I'll copy the same thing to SGST and IGST. Sixth account. So what I'll just change the description SGST, central states GST tax. Okay, click on save. 2007 also I'll copy to IGST. Click on continue. IGST. This also same as IGST. Click on control on yes. So basically what I have done, I have created three input tax accounts, and three output tax accounts. Okay. So the other parameters are same. It depends upon the client requirement, what parameters that you want to use. So we have completed the two settings. One is condition types and as creation of GL accounts. Now we need to define tax processing keys. There is a C. We have to select VST as a tax processing key. Then we need to copy for all three categories. Again the same thing. Okay. Position also. I mean even for MWS also. We need to create three tax keys. So what we'll do? We'll go to the OBCN. So where are the tax keys? Close this one. Calculation. Just checking the. See here it is there. Check and settings for the tax processing OBCN. Check and change settings for tax processing OBCN. Click here. So now we need to define. See, someone has created something else here. So we'll assign the same thing for our company code. Okay. So let us create with Nikia CG. Okay. This is Nikia CGST input tax. Okay. But instead of doing like this, better always select your position. Use the standard one. MVS. What was it? The standard one. VST. Its input tax is VST and output tax is MVS. So what we'll do, we'll select this one, copy. So it's already by default it is there here. So instead of VST, we'll categorize NCG, which is for Nikia's central GST for the input tax. Okay, it's okay. And use the same thing for NSG, copy. Use the same thing for NIG, copy. Click on save. So inside, if you look at here, it's the input. We are just giving the description, input tax, separate line item. Okay. When a separate line item in the sense, system will generate one additional line item, whether the posting is required or not required. Okay. This is fine. Now, at the same time, we need to create VST. We already created with input tax, right? Now, MWS, which is output tax. Let us check once in the tracker. Yes, it is MWS. So go to the MWS, copy. Now you can give the names here again. So N, uh, because since we already have NS also, what we'll do, NCG. Okay, it's already there NCG. So N, Nikias CO, okay, which is output tax for CGST. Like yes, click on copy. So NCO, this is for NSO, this is for SGST tax code for output tax. Click on copy. This is for NSI. This is for IGST tax code for output tax. Click on copy. So what we have done, sir, we created three, correct? So basically total 6 processing is we defined 1 2 3 and 1 2 3. So total 6 processing keys we defined. So 6 condition types we defined, 6 processing keys defined, and also we created GL accounts. Now what is your next step? So 3 steps has been done, sir. Now assign GL accounts to the transaction keys. Now we need to assign GL accounts to respective tax processing keys above. So for these tax processing keys, we need to assign the GL accounts. Chart of accounts, posting key 4050, assign accounts accordingly. So here the GL accounts need to be assigned accordingly. So basic settings is completed. For posting, no, here itself there. What is the T code? T code is OB40. I'm just checking for the posting here. So OB40 here under posting, okay, under tax and sales and procedure. So under that posting, we have basic settings, calculation, and posting. Three categories are there. So under posting, we need to assign the tax accounts here, OB40. So here what we need to do, go to the position. Let us start with the CGS. See here we have, see, NCG. So select your first one, input tax NCG. Debit and credit 4050. Debit credit indicators. Yep, posting is 1450. Chart of accounts level. We need to assign the rules here. Transaction, new entries. Chart of accounts is NCOA. Chart of accounts NCOA, and the tax code. This is your country region. Click on accounts. Select an entry from the subdialog rules. So system is expecting. So here click on account, new entries. So tax category. Okay. So system is expecting here. As of now, we have not created any tax. Here we're just assigning only processing keys. We are not assigning the tax codes. Okay. Position and CG. So this is ours. Select here rules. This is not required now. Delete it. Delete it. So in case if you want to differentiate by tax code also, we can do that. Okay. In NCOA, this is a country region key, and select this. Click on save. Okay. So first I need to delete it. Okay. So we should not select this one. Under rules, First save it. Go back to the same transaction code. So position NCG, continue, rules. So here new entries. Now NCOA country region. Okay, click on save, continue. This is a time taking process. Again select your, click on accounts. Now you should assign chart of accounts and the GL account. So basically we are not giving tax code here. So country is India and the GL account is, it's a center input taxes, or this is input tax is, this all these are output tax, this is input tax GST. Press enter, save. So data was saved. So basically we are just assigning posting keys and GL accounts, right sir? So this is your input tax and we have NIG and NSG. So let us go with the NSG. Here also you can mention 40, 50. So let us go to the rules, click on new entries, chart of accounts, country region, click on save, select this one, click on accounts, click on new entries, country India and the GL account, one GL account we should select accordingly sir. It's NSG, like yeah, SGST, which is input tax, this one. Click on save, come back, come back, come back, and so we completed NCG and NSG. Now we need to do one more input tax, NIG. So 40, 50, click on rules. Yeah, we have to select the entry. So system is always saying that you have to select an entry. You have to select the entry, click on rules, click on new entries, select your country region, click on accounts. Here also system is expecting to be selected. Click on accounts, go to the new entries, country region India, and you have to select respective input tax IGST tax code. Sorry, GL account or IGST GL account. Click on save. This is little big exercise, but you have to do it for all GL accounts. Now we have few more output tax codes. Where is the output tax codes? We have yeah, here it's there. NCO, NSO, and NSI. We have three sir here. Okay, what I'll do, I'll start with NCO central 4050. Click on rules, click on new entries, character, so chart of accounts and country region. So click on save, click select your chart of account, I mean your respective row, click on accounts, click on new entries, it's a country region and your respective CGST output tax code, output tax GL account. Sir Jeevan sir అర్థమవుతుంది సార్ ఇది. It's this is a time taking process, but you have to assign all the GL accounts. Click on save, click on save, come back, CGST assign yes output tax code. Now we need to assign SGST tax code. So here we have. So posting is 4050 and rules. So here new entries, chart of accounts level and country region. Click on save. Select your chart of accounts relevant item. Click on new entries, India, and this is for state output tax code. Sorry, GL account. Where is the output tax here? This is the one. SGST output tax. Click on save. Come back. We have one more 4050. Your posting keys, and you have to click on. Okay, you have to select it first. Not this NSI. This is the one. Rules and new entries, chart of accounts, country region. Uh, I have forgotten whether this is. We'll see. We'll see accordingly. If it is asking, then we'll create it. Jivan. Accounts. Click on new entries, country region India, and this is your IGST tax GL account, which is IGST output tax. So we ascend all the GL accounts. So I think we need to ascend this also. If this is required, then what we should do? We should delete it and we need to assign all the categories. But we'll see. We'll see. So we need this one also. We'll check while posting the transaction. So what we have done till now, we created condition types and also master data and tax processing keys. Now we'll assign, so this is also done. We assign the relevant tax processing keys to the GL accounts. Okay. Now important is tax procedure. This is again very important one. So we'll go back to the tax procedure. Here see new entries, 4-character code, name it, description, tax procedure. So basically we're creating new tax procedure. Okay. So this one calculation. Oh, so check calculation procedure. So define procedures here. The first step here, just below the condition types. Click on new entries. So here we need to define the procedure. So Nike GST. Okay. So I'll just mention as Nike GST calculation. Press enter. So basically Nike GST. Click on control data. So click on new entries. Now you have to mention. So total we have total how many conditions condition tests we have, sir? Total 6, input 3 and output 3. But you will calculate on what, on which amount you will calculate? You will calculate on the base amount. So we need to give some base condition type. This is not required counter. This we can ignore. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So basically we need 3 for input, 3 for output. But for the first one we need base amount also, because we need to calculate tax on some amount, right? That some amount is nothing but base amount. So SAP has provided some base amount condition type. So if you look at here in Excel sheet, it is mentioned base amount BASB. So control F, BASB is the base condition type. Okay. And you can give, don't give anything here because system will update the description automatically, because we already created the different condition types. Now here we need to define, we need to start creating the so system is showing only 500 here. Select this one, remove this one, click on start search. So what are the condition types we defined, sir? Starts with n, right? So while creating the condition type, just make sure that give the identification in the identification description. Better to give um, company code also, sir. Otherwise will be difficult. So see input tax Nike CGST, IGST. So where should we now we need NCGS, and so NSGS also it should be there. And this is NIGS. This is your NSGS. That's correct. And this, what is your output tax codes? Output condition types what we created. So this one will remove 500 entries. We'll give star search because it will show all the entries here. So output, what we defined, sir? N. So we created it. Yep. NOCG, NOSG, and NOIG. NOCG, NOSG, and NI. Is it correct? No, sorry, NOIG, I think, right? NOIG, if I'm not wrong. NOIG. That's correct. Okay, NOIG. So central tax output, state tax output, integrated tax output. The same way, so, I mean your input tax, 3 input taxes. See identifications you can create it by your own. Okay. Description will update automatically. So you are calculating these three, I mean basically you are calculating all these taxes on based on one, right? So better we give only one here. So basically I want to calculate tax for these different condition types based on your BSV condition type, which is base amount. On the right side, you can see account keys. We have created the tax processing keys, right? So we'll correct, we need to assign accordingly. So in CGS, what we have created, sir? Account keys. So it starts with N. Yep. Here we have, see, NCG and NIG, NSG. Okay. Let me assign NCG and NSG and NIG. At the same time, here also we assign something as let me confirm, output tax, NSO, NCO, NSO, and so I think we have defined instead of O we have defined I think. Okay, no problem. So what I'll do, NCO, NSO, and no, that is correct only because central, state, and integrated. That's correct only. No. So my assumption is wrong. What we created, and so here we have high GST. So where is the output tax? NSO, NSI, NCO. So this is the one, IGST. Okay. This is what we created account keys for respective condition types. Click on save. Sir, any questions on this one, sir? This tax procedure? So basically, initially we created condition types for all the different tax categories, and also we created processing keys, tax processing keys, and also we assigned GL accounts to the tax processing keys. Now system will consider accordingly. From the tax processing keys, system will consider GL accounts, and and the condition condition types are sorry, assigned accordingly. So this is how we create tax procedure. Now, what is your next step, sir? So these are the different settings we have done. Now we have assign country to tax procedure. So we created the tax procedure, but we need to assign the to country. So I'm assigning tax procedure to our country. Country is IN. So see, someone has assigned already, sir. So I'll just delete it and immediately will change that one, or else other people will change immediately. So ours was Nike GST, right, sir? So this is the one we created, Nike GS. Click on save. Click on save. Okay, we are good here. What we need to do more? Now we need to create tax codes. So tax codes, similarly here also country, two character code. Okay, here we need to define C. So first input I1, O1, O2. Okay, basically your first tax code is between CGST, SGST, 12%, which is 66%. Okay, tax step is input tax, give CGST 6%, SGST 6%. I2 for IGST 12%. So basically we're creating tax codes accordingly here. So go back to the calculation, define tax codes and sales and purchases. So here I want to create tax codes. So I1, not sure if someone has created, not possible. So here what I'll do, CGST and SGST, and this is something 12%, or else if you want to mention this one here, you can mention as 6%. Here also 6%. Okay, this one you can mention as Nike for our reference. We are creating a tax type for input tax. What is this one? Let us check that one whether it is required or not here. So CGST input tax, that is fine. This is not required, I think. Let me check once. Check ID. So indicator which determines that an error message should be issued if the tax amount is not correct. Okay. Okay. So let us keep it, because in case if you are doing something wrong, system will throw the error message. Let us keep it as it is. Click on continue. So now here for the input tax, so we need, so for this tax procedure, okay, for our country and for input taxes, so we have all these conditions, different conditions, right? Condition types, or I can say that account keys, different account keys. Now for this input tax, so you have to select only input CGST, SGST. So give 6% here, 6% here, press enter. So system is considering CGST 6%, SGST 6% here. Click on save. Okay, tax code 1 has been created. Let us create 2 also. This is for IGST. This is completely 12%. This is also for Nike. Tax type is indicator. Input tax. Click check ID. Continue. So this is for IGST. I want to give it for direct 12%. Press enter. Save. So let us create O1 also, which is output tax. So this is for CGST 6%, SGST 6%. I think we missed last time. And this is for the output tax. Tax type output. This also activated. Click on save. Here also 6%, 6%. Press enter. Save. Come back here. Oh, sorry, we have missed out one more, right? O, sorry, India. And here we need to define one more O2, which is IGST 12%. Nike. This is for output tax. Tax type output tax. Click check ID, activate the check ID, and this is for the output tax 12%. We defined, right, this one. Save. Sir, any questions on this tax codes creation? So is it clear, right? Basically we're creating the tax rates in the tax codes. Now we can go ahead, sir. We can test all the scenarios. Now we'll see if you are getting any errors or not. FB60 procedure, new entries, FB60. So here we'll consider this is not our company code. Change the company code. Nike supplier. We should select the supplier. Why this is coming like this? Someone has changed something, sir. Complete settings has been changed. Vendor search using address attributes. What is this? Someone has changed the settings. Shit. See, now it's coming. Company code. Click on start search. Click on general analytics. So general analytic vendor it is. Invoice date, I'll select the today's date only with on today's date, and I'll not give this amount. Give your GL account. Take any expenses account. Basically on the expenses, right? We'll charge then. Whenever you go to any stores, you'll purchase something. So on the purchases, definitely they charge some GST. If you go to hotel, if you go to any retail stores, if you go to any shopping mall, the charges, the tax is implied. So what I'll do, I'll take some expenses account. Do you have any expenses? Rent expenses. Okay, for example, I'm just considering rent expenses as an expenses account. So this one I'll give as 1000. Okay, so as usual, we need to give cost center here, 100, 100. Press enter. So system is expecting currency to press enter. So here what we need to do, sir, on the right, just beside the local currency amount. Okay, system is expecting, I mean, we need to give input tax code. So I1, is that right, sir? I1, and click on calculate tax, press enter. So system has given some warning message and this has been disappeared, because let me give one more time, I1, press enter. See, account is not tax relevant. Tax code will be ignored. This account is not tax relevant account. So you have to go to the expenses slash o fs00. Okay, go to the expenses, rent expenses. So not this one, I think. Which one you are using? 3000 or 3008? So expenses, control data. I'll use a 3008 then. Okay. So 3008 rent. Sir, we need to give tax category, sir. You have to mention here which the tax category belongs to. We have to mention only input tax allowed. Okay, only input tax allowed. Or else I'll cancel this one. Let us create it for purchase. This is a right account. Purchases. You are purchasing something. So I want to categorize tax category as input. So all only input tax allowed. If you want to give specific tax code also we can give. Not an issue. Okay, we already have this one here. CGST 6%, SGST. This also we can give, or we can give this one also. If you're giving this one, we can. So any tax code is applicable. Only input tax related tax codes are can be assigned while posting this transaction to this GL account. So I'll give this one so that all input tax codes are applicable for this GL account. Click on save, and this one also important. Purchases has been done here. Go back to the AB60, and if I want to remove this one, not sure. We'll see if I can remove this one. There is no, yeah, deletion indicator here we have. So I have deleted that one. Okay, let me create only purchases account here. Where is the purchases? Purchases account. Okay, here I want to give 1000, and the tax code is I1, and on the right side, since it is a cost element, 100, and click on calculate tax, press enter. Ha. Define a cost element category for account 3005. So basically system is expecting cost element category for this one. So I think we have not defined cost element category 3005. Purchases, sorry, let me go to the change mode. This is already assigned. So here we have not, this one has created as non-operating. I'll change to primary cost. Not sure if the transaction is already posted, so I cannot use this GL account. Click on save. Yep, because the document already got. Okay, let me go to the control data tab. Select this one. Select your primary cost reducing revenues. Click on save. So basically we have not done any transactions to this GL account. That's the reason we are able to change the GL account type. Otherwise, if the transactions are already posted to the GL account, we cannot change, sir. We cannot change in between. Since there is no transaction to posted this to this GL account, we are able to change the customer category. Okay. So I'll consider 3005 as a GL account. Press enter. Let me press enter again. No, better. I'll come out and retrieve one more time. AP60. Continue. Supplier. invoice date. So okay, for now you don't give this amount on the header level. This is tax code testing. This is your 3005, and I'm giving 1000. Tax code is I1, and cost center 100. Click on calculate tax, specify valid currency, that's fine. Press enter, and entering the field code is not permitted for cost center 2005. Okay, let us remove that cost center from here, because it has not been it is not selected as G004. So that is another change, because here create bank interest doesn't have the GL account as cost center is mandatory here, optional. So change this one to 4, because all the cost account should be G004, sir. Go to the AB60 again. So this should ask me again now. Press enter. No, system is so getting some issues here. AB60. So give the date, give description, give the GL account, I1. So we need cost center, press enter, currency, press enter. So now this is fine at the line item level, but here we need yeah, now it's, if you look at here, sir, I1 is there here. So what are the errors we were facing? I1 is a tax code. So we need system, I mean it is mandatory again. System is expecting this GL account should be tax relevant account. So in the GL master data I have assigned input tax related indicator. Okay, that is mandatory. Anyhow, for all the expenses we assign cost center, that is as we already know. Now click on calculate tax. So see, system has calculated the amount. It was 1000 rupees, now it became 1120. So copy 1120 here, press enter. So go back to the withholding tax. For now you can just remove this one. We'll understand the GST part first. Press enter, click on simulate. Tax category, tax account wrong. So what is this one, sir? Tax category, tax account wrong, like 1001. But we'll see that it is calculating. Yep, it is calculating, sir. Okay, so basically so you went to any shopping mall, you purchased some relevant item material items for the 1000 rupees. This is on the 1000, and your 6% as a CGST and SGST. Is this is looking good, sir? Okay, so basic, but one more thing, we are getting some message. What is that message? We'll understand that message. Press enter, click on simulate. So system is throwing some message, right? Post. System is allowing it to post, but I saw some message there. It's a warning message, but system is able to calculate the input tax here. ఒకవేళ మీకు 1000 రూపీస్లోనే నాకు ఇంక్లూడింగ్ జిఎస్టీ కావాలి అనుకుంటే ఇక్కడ ఇక్కడ మనకు ఆప్షన్ ఉంటుంది సార్ ఇక్కడ. సో ఇక్కడ ఎడిటింగ్ ఆప్షన్స్, ఇక్కడ ఆప్షన్ ఉంటుంది క్యాలిక్యులేట్ టాక్సెస్ ఆన్ నెట్ అమౌంట్. ఇప్పుడు మన నెట్ అమౌంట్ మీద క్యాలిక్యులేట్ చేసింది సో 1000 ప్లస్ జిఎస్టీ. అలా కాకుండా విత్ ఇన్ 1000లోనే కావాలి అనుకుంటే ఇది తీసేసి సేవ్ చేసేసుకొని బ్యాక్ వచ్చి మీరు పోస్ట్ చేయండి ఇప్పుడు ఐఎన్ఆర్. సో వాట్ ఐల్ డూ, ఐ విల్ పోస్ట్ విత్ ఇన్ 1000 రూపీస్లో జిఎస్టీ కావాలి నాకు. 3005, this also 1000 rupees, tax code I1, and your cost center. ఓకే, ఇక్కడ ట్యాక్స్ కోడ్ ఇవ్వడం మర్చిపోవద్దు. ఇవన్నీ చేసాం, క్యాలిక్యులేట్ ట్యాక్స్. సో ఈ సిస్టమ్ ఏం చేస్తుంది, ఇక్కడ ఏం ఇవ్వట్లేదు, విత్హోల్డింగ్ ట్యాక్స్ తీసేద్దాం ఫర్ టైం బీయింగ్. ప్రెస్ ఎంటర్, క్లిక్ ఆన్ బేసిక్ డేటా, ప్రెస్ ఎంటర్. సో 1000 ఇచ్చాను కాబట్టి ఇక్కడ ఏం రావట్లేదు. క్లిక్ ఆన్ సిమ్యులేట్. సో సో దిస్ ఈస్ అ మెసేజ్ ఐమ్ గెటింగ్. వ్యూ డీటెయిల్స్, ట్యాక్స్ కేటగిరీ, ట్యాక్స్ అకౌంట్. So you are using account keys for input tax, tax type 2, input output tax, technical field, and output tax type 1. The account key is not defined as an account key from the non-deductible input tax. సో లెట్ మీ టేక్ దిస్ స్క్రీన్ షాట్ సార్, ఐ విల్ చెక్ ఇట్ లేటర్. ఇలా రాకూడదు అసలు, ఇష్యూ ఇది, మెసేజ్ రాకూడదు. విల్ సీ. సో what I'll do, I'll take one snipping shot. mm, okay, అది ఇక్కడ రాదేమో. Okay, let it be, because this is a remote desktop, right? Okay, I'm taking from my mobile. Yep, we already defined. So basically system is expecting tax GL account should be the category wise, but we'll see. చూసాను సార్ ఒకసారి అది, బట్ క్లిక్ ఆన్ సిమ్యులేట్. సార్ దిస్ ఇస్, ఇట్ ఈస్ క్యాలిక్యులేటింగ్ బేస్డ్ ఆన్ ది 1000 రూపీస్ సార్. ఓకే సార్, ఇది ఎలా క్యాలిక్యులేట్ చేస్తుంది? ఇది ఇంక్లూజివ్ ట్యాక్సెస్, అదేమో ఎక్స్క్లూజివ్ ట్యాక్సెస్. 1000 ఎలా క్యాలిక్యులేట్ చేస్తుంది? 892 ఎలా తీసుకుంది సిస్టమ్? 12% అంటే 6%, 6% కదా. సో 12%, 6%, 6 డివైడెడ్ బై 106 చేస్తుంది. ఓకే, ఇప్పుడు క్యాలిక్యులేటర్ తీసుకోండి, క్యాలిక్యులేటర్. సో 1000 ఇంటూ 6 డివైడెడ్ బై 106, 56 పాయింట్, ఇది తప్పు. 12%, 6%, 1000. ఓకే, టోటల్ అమౌంట్ మీరు చేస్తున్నాను 1000 ఇంటూ 12 డివైడెడ్ బై 112, 107 డివైడెడ్ బై 2, 53.57. దిస్ ఇస్ కరెక్ట్ సార్. ఓకే, సో బేసికల్ ఏం చేసింది అంటే, సో 1000లో నుంచి ఇప్పుడు ఇది ఒక్కొక్క దానికి కావాలి అనుకుంటే 1000లో సగం చేయండి, ఎందుకంటే సిజిఎస్టీ ఎస్జిటి రెండు పార్ట్స్ ఉన్నాయి 1000లో. సో 500 తీసుకోండి, 500 ఇంటూ 6 డివైడెడ్ బై 106, అప్పుడు 50. ఇది కూడా తప్పు, ఇది కాదు, ఇది కరెక్ట్ సార్. 1000 ఇంటూ 12 డివైడెడ్ బై 106, 112, 107 వచ్చింది, డివైడెడ్ బై 2, 53.57 ఇలా క్యాలిక్యులేట్ అవుతుంది సార్. సార్ ఈ క్యాలిక్యులేషన్ అర్థమైందా మీకు? బేసికల్ ఏం చేస్తుందంటే 1000 ఇంటూ 12 బై 112 చేస్తుంది. 12 ఏంటిది మనకి 6%, 6%, 12. సో 1000 ఇంటూ 12% డివైడ్ బై 112, 100 కాదు 112, అంటే దీంట్లో 112లో ఇంక్లూజివ్ ట్యాక్సెస్ ఉంది కాబట్టి 112. సో వచ్చిన అమౌంట్ని డివైడ్ చేస్తున్నాను మళ్ళీ రెండింటికి, అప్పుడు 53.57 వస్తుంది. సార్ ఇస్ దట్ క్లియర్? క్యాలిక్యులేషన్ అర్థమైందా సార్ ఇది? సో ఇది వచ్చేసి ఇంక్లూజివ్ ట్యాక్సెస్, ఇంతకుముందు చూసింది అది మన ఎక్స్క్లూసివ్ ట్యాక్సెస్. సో ఆల్వేస్ బెటర్ టు, దిస్ ఇస్ క్లయింట్ రిక్వైర్మెంట్, వాళ్ళకి ఎలా కావాలనుకుంటే అలా డిఫైన్ చేస్తాం. బేసికలీ నెట్ అమౌంట్ మీద క్యాలిక్యులేట్ చేస్తారు, బట్ ఇట్స్ ఫైన్, మీరు ఎలా కావాలనుకుంటే అలా చేసుకోవచ్చు. సో అలాగే మీరు ఇదే ఎంట్రీ మీరు దాన్ని కూడా పోస్ట్ చేసుకోవచ్చు. ఐఎన్ఆర్ ప్రెసెంటర్. సో ఇక్కడ ఒక డౌట్ ఇక్కడ చేసి చూద్దాం ఒకసారి. FS00లో సిస్టమ్ ఎర్రర్ ఇస్తుంది కదా. ఎక్స్ ఇక్కడ అసెట్స్లో మనం ఇన్పుట్ ట్యాక్స్కి control data, so system is expecting some category here, we'll see if that is, my understanding is correct, then fine. సో ట్యాక్స్ కేటగిరీ ఇది ఇన్పుట్ ట్యాక్స్ కోసం పెడతాను, స్టార్ పెడతా, ఇది పెట్టేస్తున్నాను, సేవ్ చేస్తున్నాను. ఓకే, ఇన్పుట్ ట్యాక్స్ కోసం. కమ్ బ్యాక్, విల్ సీ ఇఫ్ యు ఆర్ గెటింగ్ దట్ ఎర్రర్ నౌ. సో AB60, సో ఇది తీసేస్తున్నాను సార్, ఎందుకంటే ఇప్పుడు మనం క్యాలిక్యులేట్ చేసేది నెట్ అమౌంట్ కాబట్టి. సో ఫస్ట్ ఇది ఇక్కడ ఇది కరెక్ట్ క్యాలిక్యులేట్ అయిన తర్వాత అప్పుడు పెడదాం. సో 1000 ఇస్తాను. ఇక్కడ వచ్చేసి I2 I2 కాస్ట్ సెంటర్. సో ప్రెస్ ఎంటర్. సో INR account is not tax relevant, tax code will be ignored. ఇక్కడ మనము రాంగ్ అకౌంట్ సెలెక్ట్ చేసాం 3500 అండ్ ఇక్కడ ట్యాక్స్ కోడ్ I2 సరిపోయింది సార్. ఇది క్యాలిక్యులేట్ ట్యాక్స్. సో 1120 ఇచ్చేస్తాను. ఇది తీసేస్తున్నాను ఫర్ టైం బీయింగ్. క్యాలిక్యులేషన్ పార్ట్, బేసిక్ డేటా, ప్రెస్ ఎంటర్. సో మనకు ఆ ఎర్రర్ రాలేదు సార్. ఇప్పుడు అది ఆ ఎర్రర్ వెళ్ళిపోయింది. బేసికల్ ఏంటంటే మనం ట్యాక్స్ అకౌంట్స్కి స్పెసిఫిక్ కేటగిరీ పెట్టాలి అంతే. సో IGST 1000 మీద 12% 120 ప్లస్ 120 ఇది సరిపోయింది. ఇది పర్ఫెక్ట్గా వచ్చింది సార్. ఇది సార్, ఈస్ దట్ క్లియర్? సో దిస్ is for your display. I mean display document for this IGST input tax. Similarly for /O. సో ఇది చేసే ముందు మీరు FS00లో ఇక్కడ చేంజెస్ చేసుకోవాలి. ఇక్కడ ఏం చేయాలంటే CGST ఇన్పుట్ ట్యాక్స్ కోడ్స్కి ఇక్కడ ట్యాక్స్ కేటగిరీ ఇన్పుట్ ఇవ్వాలి మీరు. ఇన్పుట్ ట్యాక్స్ కేటగిరీ ఇది సేవ్ చేసేసి సో దిస్ కెనాట్ బి చేంజ్డ్ వన్స్ యూ పోస్ట్ ద డాక్యుమెంట్ సార్. సో ఒకటి గుర్తుంచుకోండి, SAPలో మీరు ఏదైనా పోస్టింగ్ చేసిన తర్వాత చేంజ్ చేయడం అంటే కుదరదు, చాలా కష్టం. ఓకే, సో వీ కాంట్ చేంజ్ నౌ ఎట్ దిస్ పాయింట్ ఆఫ్ టైమ్. బిఫోర్ పోస్టింగ్ ఇస్ ఫైన్, బట్ నౌ వీ కాంట్ చేంజ్ ఇట్ ఎనీథింగ్. సో ఇక్కడ నేను ఏం చేస్తాను, ఇంకా అవుట్పుట్ చేయలేదు కాబట్టి ఫస్టే అవుట్పుట్కి ఇక్కడ ఇచ్చేస్తాను. అవుట్పుట్ ట్యాక్స్ కోడ్కి ఏంటిది, అవుట్పుట్ ట్యాక్స్ కోడ్, అవుట్పుట్ ట్యాక్స్ అకౌంట్, పోస్టింగ్ వితౌట్ ట్యాక్స్ అలౌడ్, సేవ్. 2006కి కూడా అవుట్పుట్ ట్యాక్స్ కోడ్ విత్ పోస్టింగ్ వితౌట్ సేవ్ ఇవి మనం స్పెసిఫై చేస్తున్నాం. ఈ జీల్ అకౌంట్స్ వచ్చేసి అవుట్పుట్ ట్యాక్స్ అని సిస్టమ్కి. ఇన్పుట్ ట్యాక్స్ కోడ్, అవుట్పుట్ ట్యాక్స్, పోస్టింగ్ వితౌట్ అలౌడ్, సేవ్. సో వీ కాంట్ చేంజ్ ద పారామీటర్స్ వన్స్ యూ already done with the postings. So make sure that you assign before itself. Go back to the FB70. చూద్దాం FB70కి జీల్ అకౌంట్స్ ఉన్నాయా సార్. ఇక్కడ ఇన్కమ్ ఉందా, సేల్స్ ఉంది. సేల్స్ ఈస్ we created sales as operating revenue and this also required sir. Tax category I'll give as all output tax allowed, posting without tax allowed. This is fine, this is okay, no warnings, only warnings. This also system expects revenue accounts. సో /O FB70 ఒకసారి CGST SGST చూద్దాం పోస్ట్ అవుతుందా లేదా అనేది. కంపెనీ కోడ్ ఎవరు చేంజ్ చేశారు ఇమీడియట్గా. సో దిస్ వన్ వాట్ వీ నీడ్ టు డూ, నైక్ నాకు తెలిసి ట్యాక్స్ ప్రొసీజర్ కూడా కంట్రీ లెవెల్లో అది కూడా చేంజ్ చేసి ఉంటారు, బట్ విల్ సీ. సన్షైన్ టెక్స్టైల్స్, give the date 28 and give the సేల్స్ అకౌంట్. హియర్ మనం సేల్స్ చేస్తున్నాం కస్టమర్కి. సేల్స్ అకౌంట్ 1000 రూపీస్. ట్యాక్స్ కోడ్ వచ్చేసి మనది O1 which is output tax for the CGST. I'm just giving this one since it is a cost element. Press enter. So INR, press enter, give calculate tax. So ఇది పర్ఫెక్ట్గా వచ్చింది 1120. press enter, click on simulate. ట్యాక్స్ కేటగిరీ ట్యాక్స్ అకౌంట్ రాంగ్, ఇది కూడా సంథింగ్ రాంగ్ వచ్చింది, చూద్దాం. 1009. సో ఇన్పుట్ అసైన్ చేసాం సార్. అక్కడ మనం జీల్ అకౌంట్స్ సేల్స్కి O1కి మనం డిఫరెంట్ అకౌంట్స్ అసైన్ చేస్తాం కాన్ఫిగరేషన్లో. దట్స్ ద మిస్టేక్ హియర్. వాట్ విల్ డూ, విల్ గో బ్యాక్ టు ది కాన్ఫిగరేషన్ వన్స్. క్యాన్సిల్ చేస్తున్నాను ఇది. So where we assign the GL accounts? Assign, ఇక్కడ అసైన్ చేసాం, అసైన్ GL accounts OB40లో. OB40లో we assign something wrong. ఇన్పుట్ అవుట్పుట్ మనం ఇచ్చినాయి ఎంతో స్టార్ట్ అవుతుంది. యప్, CGST అండ్ అవుట్పుట్ ఇది NCOలో అవుట్పుట్ ట్యాక్స్ ఇవ్వాలి సార్ ఇక్కడ. So system is not accepting from here. Press enter. No, system is not allowing me from here, sir. So we have to go to the configuration part. ఇక్కడ పోస్టింగ్ లెవెల్లో ట్యాక్స్ అకౌంట్స్, ఇక్కడ వచ్చేసి NCO ఆర్ ఎంతో చూద్దాం. అవుట్పుట్ ట్యాక్స్, అవుట్పుట్ ట్యాక్స్, అవుట్పుట్ ట్యాక్స్ ఇది. సో ఇది సెలెక్ట్ చేసుకొని అకౌంట్స్ వచ్చేసి మన ఇక్కడ 2005 అవుట్పుట్ ట్యాక్స్ GL అకౌంట్ ఇవ్వాలి. ఇక్కడ అవుట్పుట్ ట్యాక్స్ ఇచ్చాం. So GL accounts are picking wrongly for tax code sorry, what was the T code? O1. O1 కి రాంగ్ ట్యాక్స్ కోడ్ తీసుకుంటుంది. 2005 కరెక్ట్గా ఉంది GL అకౌంట్ ఇక్కడ. టూ థౌజండ్ ఫైవ్ 2006, దిస్ ఈస్ కరెక్ట్. దిస్ ఈస్ ఆల్సో కరెక్ట్. సో రెండింటి కరెక్ట్గా అసైన్ చేసింది ఉంది. సో ఐఎమ్ నాట్ చేంజింగ్ ఎనీథింగ్ ఎల్స్. అసైన్ కంట్రీ రీజన్ ట్యాక్స్ కోడ్స్ టు GL అకౌంట్స్. పొజిషన్ నైక్ ఇదేం అవసరం లేదనుకుంటున్నాను. O1 6%, 6% NCG. హా, ఇక్కడ చూడండి సార్, ఇక్కడ మనం అవుట్పుట్ ట్యాక్స్ అవుట్పుట్కి ఇన్లో ఇచ్చాం, అందుకోసం సిస్టమ్ ఇక్కడ నుంచి తీసుకొచ్చేసింది. అవుట్పుట్కి మనం ఎక్కడ ఇవ్వాలి? ఇక్కడ ఇవ్వాలి. ఇక్కడ ఉంది అవుట్పుట్ 6%, ఇక్కడ ఇవ్వాలి 6%, 6%. ప్రెస్ ఎంటర్. ఓకే, ఇది 0 చేసేసాను. క్లిక్ ఆన్ సేవ్. సో సో ఇక్కడ మీరు దీన్ని డీయాక్టివేట్ చేసేయచ్చు, దీన్ని కూడా డీయాక్టివేట్ చేసేయచ్చు. సో బేసికలీ ఐ వాంట్ టు యాక్టివేట్ ఓన్లీ ఫర్ దీస్ టూ, నాట్ ఇన్పుట్ ట్యాక్స్ హియర్. So press enter. Now you can see here. So now instead of assigning tax rate here, we assign tax rate here. That's the reason system is throwing wrong. System is picking wrong GL accounts. It's picking input tax related, but that is wrong. So FB70. So let us try now. So I want to give the same thing as 4001. Sales account 1000. Tax code O1 and cost center INR. Calculate tax. So have we given tax code also? Yes. సో సిస్టమ్ 1120 ఇచ్చింది. 1120. ప్రెస్ ఎంటర్. సిమ్యులేట్. ఇప్పుడు మనకి అవుట్పుట్ ట్యాక్స్ ఇప్పుడు పర్ఫెక్ట్గా వచ్చాయి సార్. సో మనం చేసిన మిస్టేక్ ఏంటంటే మనము ట్యాక్స్ కోడ్లో మనము రెస్పెక్టివ్ కండిషన్ టైప్కి మనం రాంగ్ దాంట్లో ఇచ్చాం, ఇన్పుట్ ట్యాక్స్లో ఇచ్చాం రేట్స్ అవుట్పుట్ ట్యాక్స్కి. సార్ ఇస్ ఇస్ ఫైన్. సో కస్టమర్ టు సేల్స్, కస్టమర్ 1120, ఇది ట్యాక్సెస్. క్లిక్ ఆన్ పోస్ట్. Sorry, display ఇది. Let us check IGST also. ఒకసారి అది కూడా చెక్ చేసేద్దాం. O2. ఐ హోప్ దీనికి కరెక్ట్ ఇచ్చామని అనుకుంటున్నాను. చూద్దాం. 1120 అమౌంట్ అయితే కరెక్ట్గా క్యాలిక్యులేట్ అయింది. సిమ్యులేట్. This is fine. Output tax. This is correct. There is no issue with output IGST. Click on post. This is fine, sir. No issues. No errors. So we calculated customer invoice and vendor invoice, both CGST, SGST, IGST and CGST, SGST and ISGST. సో సిస్టంలో ఎలా జిఎస్టీ క్యాలిక్యులేషన్ అవుతుందో అర్థమైందా సార్ మీకు? సో ఎట్లా ఉంది అంటే కొద్దిగా ట్రికీ ఉందా లేకపోతే ఎలా అనిపిస్తుంది, ఈజీ అనిపిస్తుందా? కాన్ఫిగరేషన్ కొద్ది కన్ఫ్యూజన్ ఉంది. మీరు ఏం చేయండి అంటే జస్ట్ ఇది ఫాలో అయిపోండి సార్, సరిపోతుంది. ఓకే, జస్ట్ ఫాలో అయిపోండి. ఇక్కడ జిఎల్ అకౌంట్స్లో సిస్టమ్, ఇక్కడ మనం జిఎల్ అకౌంట్స్ క్రియేట్ చేశారు కదా, మాస్టర్ డేటా. ఇక్కడ మాత్రం జస్ట్ మేక్ షూర్ దట్ యు ఆర్ సెండ్ ద ట్యాక్స్ కేటగిరీ relevant one, ఇన్పుట్ ఆర్ అవుట్పుట్, ఇది మాత్రం కంపల్సరీ ఇవ్వాలి. ఇక్కడ ఐడెంటిఫికేషన్ ఇండికేటర్ అండ్ ఆల్సో యాక్టివేట్ పోస్టింగ్ వితౌట్ ట్యాక్స్ అలౌడ్, అది కూడా యాక్టివేట్ చేయాలి. ఇండికేటర్. ఓకే, సో ఇక్కడ మనం జిఎల్ మాస్టర్ డేటాలో గ్రీన్ కలర్ ఎందుకు వచ్చింది? యప్, దిస్ ఈస్ వన్ థింగ్. ఇక్కడ మనం ట్యాక్స్ కోడ్ ఇవ్వాల్సిన అవసరం లేదు. ఇక్కడ ట్యాక్స్ కోడ్స్లో ఇక్కడ చెక్ ఐడి డిఫైన్ చేసుకోవచ్చు. ఇన్పుట్ ట్యాక్స్ యాక్టివేట్ చెక్ ఐడి. ఏదైనా ఇష్యూస్ ఉంటే, ఎర్రర్స్ ఉంటే ఇక్కడ తెలిసిపోతుంది మనకి. Yep, sir. So this is all about your GST calculations. So system is calculating both CGST, SGST, IGST for both purchases and sales transactions. This is how we define. Yep, sir. I'm just